Yo, what is going on, guys? This is Joe with Ghost Gaming, and today we are going to be watching another Zoo versus Zoo locals finals between Michael and Momo. They played again in the UDS on Saturday in the finals. They played here in the finals. They must be doing something right, right? AKA playing Zoo. Anyways, so this is one of the funniest matches I've seen in a long time. I actually dropped early. I lost to Brennan in round 3 or 4, and then I just decided to drop out of the tournament. Just wasn't feeling it well. But anyways, on to the match. It's hilarious. You'll see why in a little bit later. I'll point out the parts I found really funny, and yeah, let's just say poor Momo. Anyways, Michael started off with Tanky. He got ashed on his Tanky because what Ash is so subpar. Like, what, you're gonna hold it for a potential Pod's eyes when you potentially could stop Tanky and stop his plays. But of course, Michael has the extra zoo card, or the extra zoo monster. So now he makes Hammer Kong and Trident, and he, instead of leaving protection with his Ram, I guess he wants the targeting protection than having a Ram to stop it. But Momo activates Dark Hole, and that's why we summon Ram if we have Ram, Michael. What? But Momo doesn't have a zoo card. And the chances of that are less than like 95%, especially when going second. Like, going first, you have a 92% chance of drawing zoo. Going second, I think, is like 95 or 96. With the build we have 15 zoo cards, so it happens sometimes. This happens to me more often than it should, but you can't play 40 zoo cards. It's just not right. But anyway, so yeah, so he says 3 pass and sets whatever card that is. It's obviously a hand trap if he's not doing zoo. Michael is now doing his plays again. He summons his Ram, gets Broad Bull or Borbo, then Broad Bull searches Whiptail, and now he's going to go into Check-a-Nine and bring back, I guess, the Ram. Without Emerald now, or easy access to Emerald, your zoo extra stacks up quick, and you have to be very careful that that's what zoo it becomes the yeah, but it just becomes such a resource management game. Anyways, Michael decides to attack the hand trap. He knows it's the hand trap, so he activates Whiptail to attack, trying to banish it. Momo has the Chalice and damage steps, so that negates the drawing effects. And Momo again doesn't draw zoo. End phase, Michael tries to banish or destroy the hand trap. Momo my bars it, and we're like, why didn't you just wait and attack over it? He obviously has nothing. Like, come on, Michael. That we found was pretty funny, but I guess Michael was just really scared of this Ash Blossom in defense mode. I really wanted it gone and just wanted to plus harder. So he activates Tanky off the top. Momo has no response. Momo's the fact that Momo even was like in it at this point was just funny. The Chalice and the set really helped him, obviously, against the Trident, which is also makes Chalice a better card. It can help you in do really dumb scenarios because of battle step or damage step that you can activate in. Michael's going normal summon Third Blade, no effect, and then go into Degusto. I guess he just really wants to start recycling his engine. Michael plays Zoo in not the conventional way, I've noticed. Like, he does things that I don't necessarily agree with. His Degusto got Chalice, and then he just attacks over it. So he didn't have Barrage. Like, I would not have gone to Degusto if I didn't have Barrage, but I think he's just kind of scared of whatever Momo might have. Oh, Momo summons a Zoo. Momo's like, yo, third card in, we got the Zoo boys. Oh. Now he's going to go Broad Bull effect to search. He can't even go to Check-a-Nine right now because he has no Zoo in his graveyard. Like, usually, like, this point in the game, you go Check-a-Nine and, like, special summon your Ram or whatever it is. But he had no Zoo. So he's going to go, if he goes Broad Bull and then he tries to gain any advantage, and if Michael most likely has a Ghost Ogre at this point because he does. So it's like, ugh. It's kind of, now Momo has to, like, get the Ram and then draw a board wipe to deal with the Trident that's most likely coming next turn. But yeah, like I don't know. it's just Momo was, if Momo had a zoo earlier on, he would have won. He had every out for it, but he didn't have a zoo. He had every out to Dryden, just nothing to stop. So Michael draws, activate the Gusto effect. Momo obviously has nothing. All he has is the zoo in his hand, and basically Michael can OTK him here. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he does it though. Cause you can summon Whiptail, add a Whiptail, special summon Ram, attack with the Ram, right? All that shenanigans, attack with the Dig. So, but he hasn't taken any. Momo hasn't taken any damage though, right? No, he has not. He has been protected by an Ash. See, that's honestly right. In Pure Zoo versus Pure Zoo, the best thing Ash is used for, other than hitting tankies and losing anyways, is putting that card in defense mode. But no, I kid. Like it's okay. Like it's really good versus other matchups, and like it's really good versus Rogue at like those trade-ins, those pendulum calls, whatever, those 1-for-1, like cards like that, it just destroys. Like it honestly wrecks them. But like with Pure Zoo, like the only thing that you potentially really get the most value out is hitting like Pot Desires, or like if you have an ogre for the rat summon and they use effect and then they have to go barrage and you like ash their barrage, and that's like, but or even like maybe stopping Dig Gusto, but like even then they still have a Dig Gusto, like it's so subpar in so many ways. But again, I rant. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could have OTK'd. I don't know exactly what the life points are. I don't know exactly what he has engraved. Can't really. But I'm like, with 3 Whiptails, like if you can get 3 Whiptails, a Thoroughblade put it underneath, especially summon a Hammer Kong, like you're good. But anyways, Momo lost. So on to game 2. Momo activates Tanky. This is when Ash shines. Ash shines right now. Why? Because Momo doesn't have a normal summon rat. So Michael Ash the Tanky, and that just literally stops Momo's turn. the state of which Momo has had to play these 2 games, and if it goes to a 3rd game, well, sorry, it does go to a 3rd game, but you just have to watch. Like it's just I get like watching this game. It's like one of the funniest matches I've ever seen. I'm just saying that, like, what the hell is going on right now? Oh, and I was just joking with them the whole time. Like, if I could have just kept the audio for this video, because the problem is you're in locals, right, and it's all like loud and stuff, and everybody's like yelling and shit, and I'm trash talking Brendan across the room, whatever. it's I wish you could hear the commentators, because like I was just making fun of these kids the whole time and the state of the game. So Momo decides to maxi the rat. This is when you do it, boys. A player in our city, he maxied my normal summon Thoroughblade, activate effect. He maxied me there. I had to give him 4 cards because he had like a good field, and I also had to Kaiju Slumber, and it's a long story, or like a lot of things happened, but yeah, I still won because Zoo is Zoo. But anyways, Momo goes, and Maxi he did get to, and Michael did end up doing Dryden. Sometimes in the mirror, like if you have Barrier, don't even go into Dryden. Just like activate X or Barrier, right? And then they can get rid of one, but you still have another one, and you didn't give them a +1, and you're still good because they most likely have an out to a Dryden anyways. Like you're deck building now to have an out to a Dryden, right? But that's kind of saying he most likely doesn't have a Barrier, but who knows? So Momo normal summons Whiptail and attacks the Dryden. Michael decides to activate Whiptail, and they're going to trade. Ooh. Damage step. Momo activates Chalice. See, that's the thing. Like, Chalice can be a huge blowout if you don't play your Dryden correctly. Like, I don't know why he only activated the Whiptail. Because they would have traded regardless. I think he might have forgot about his opponent's Tanky. But, yeah, like, there was definitely a misplay. But Momo does try and go to, I think, Broad Bull or Check-and-I. I can't tell with those stupid Spider-Man sleeves, really. Most likely Check-and-I, just to gain more advantage first, and in case he gets, like, whatever, but have more field presence. but he got striked. Now Michael goes check a 9 effect, targeting whatever. Momo's like, oh, barrier first. Come on, you guys, procedure rules for Nats. But anyways, they watch these videos. We use this also as a tool just to like watch our misplays and stuff. But so Michael activates a second tanky. Tanky in the mirror is actually comes up a lot as well. That 100 attack boost, man, that makes your rats attack over Dryden sometime. Like, so yeah. So Michael now normal summons Whiptail and attacks with both for a whopping 1600. Blue Eyes is better, right? Yeah. So now Momo is going. He doesn't have to face versus a Dryden, at least, which is really good. Barrier is good going first or second. I keep it in going second all the time. Versus you, because at the very worst, it means you're not dying next turn, right? Like, so it gives you another turn. But if you can clear their field and you have set barrier, you're good. Anyways, Momo's just, I think, figuring out the best way to go about this. But yeah, usually when Momo takes a while to think, Zaikano Chikira's hand's trash. So he normal summons Flying Sea and attacks over Check-a-9. And that basically gets rid of one of Michael's resources regardless. Like, he used the Whiptail to protect it. But yeah, at this point I'm like, Momo, Flying Sea is a hand trap. Flying Sea is a hand trap. But yeah, so Michael activates Cosmic Cyclone and then and it hits Momo's barrier, and Momo declares XYC, so Momo lives another turn. Now, I think at this point I saw Momo's hand and I just laughed. Momo was like, "What the fuck do I do?" Oh, sorry for my language, but no, he was like, "What the do I do?" And I was just like, "I don't know, dude. Just do something." So he's thinking of setting a monster, but I mean that doesn't really help. But I guess he just wants to try and survive, right? So he doesn't actually set it. But that kind of gives away that it's a hand trap, so Michael should be wary of that. He should have activated Check-9's effect right away. But instead, he activates Tiger Mortar. So he should have, like, right there, he should have queued in right away. Oh, that's a hand trap. He might be setting it. And he should have activated Check-9 effect right away, because then even if he gets whatever ogred, he still has something. This is my hand showing Momo's hand, so he has another Flying and 2 more ogres, and this kid just doesn't want to draw Zoo. If you guys haven't noticed, Momo has not summoned a Dryden this whole match. So yeah, and Michael should be winning right now. Michael activates summons his own Flying Sea and attacks, and yeah, but like yeah, if he just did that Check-9 play, he would have won. So that is a misplay on his part. Momo goes Barrage targeting Tanky. Michael activates Ash. And Momo is back to having nothing. But Michael has a Flying Sea and attacks with Flying Sea and 2 back row. So now he goes Barrage, target that. I'm like, guys, Flying Sea is a hand trap. You don't use it as a monster. It's like, you don't use it. It's supposed on your opponent's side of the field to stop them. But no, they're all ridiculous. So anyways, this is where the state we're in. But Momo gets Barrage off, so he summons Thoroughblade. Honestly, just summon Thoroughblade and attack Flying Sea if you can stop his next play, because like now Momo has to be afraid of like a strike or a barrier, right? So he doesn't want to like summon like a broad blow and get striked, right? So he's just going to attack her with Flying Sea, and oh, that goes to Michael's graveyard, because remember that was his own. So Momo does draw a spell / trap card. And he's going to set it and say go. So now it's Michael's turn. And let's see if he drew Zoo. But yeah, some Zoo games become really grindy and it's ridiculous. So Michael activates Raigeki and it goes off. And now he summons another Flying Sea and attacks him. So yeah, like one of those is definitely like a strike or something, because he would have activated Flying Sea earlier, because I'm pretty sure that's what he had. So he goes Barrage target itself again. Momo summons the Thoroughblade. Like, have we seen these plays? And I think he attacks over the Flying Sea, if I remember correctly. Oh, this match. It's been Momo Brick. Oh, Momo top deck Pot of Desires. Oh, Pot of Desires is bae. Pot of Desires. Me and Momo, we watched the ARG together, and we realized a lot of the thinking of some of the pro players. We had a lot of the same thinking and a lot of the same ideas for our deck builds. We're still not going to give ours out though, but yeah, we like some of them like Winter Cherries. Not a fan of. Like even a lot of the pros said they probably wouldn't play it again. Like it has to be in your opening hand, and then you still have to deal with the traps, because like Zoo will still plus a ton. Like you could still go make like check a nine, a ram, a hammer kong, have like whatever, have a bunch of cards, get a whip tail to hand. Like you can still plus a ton, and you literally just went neg one, and whatever's traps now you have to play around those, and sure it gets rid of the dragon, but the dragon's not the problem. The problem is all of Zoo. Like your hand has to be good with that cherries, but sometimes it can be game ending if your opponent's hand is bad and they are relying on a dragon. Anyways, Michael activates barrier to stop Momo's extra plays. But now it looks like Michael's in the backseat, and he summons Maxi and attacks Momo's Ram, I think. Or I think he attacks the Brawl Boy because he's going to go Chalice it to trade. Because Tanky plus a Chalice equals 500, and this game is retarded. And do you see how many normal summons there are? Yeah, it's absolutely insane. Normal summons of hand traps. Like, these kids do not understand what hand traps are. But yeah, so basically the game's over. Michael just hasn't realized yet, and hasn't scooped yet, because he kind of likes to sack like that. But anyways, so now it is on to game 3. Michael opens up Tanky. Going to normal summon Rat. Or get Rat. I'm assuming he's going to normal summon. And I'm showing Momo's hand 3rd time in a row. Team no Zoo, right? Well, yeah, but he is playing Zoo. But hashtag he doesn't draw him. Like, think about it. Game 1, he drew no Zoo. Game 2, his only way was Tanky to Zoo, but he got Ash. And now he has no Zoo again. Oh, if he can win this, like, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of the GOATs. He's the GOAT of the GOATs of the GOATs. JK, I am. Anyways, I'm like, I have to see Momo's next card. Like, I just have to see it. And I put it back, and we're like, damn, Daniel. Back yet again with the men's. But yeah, but no, actually. The next card he draws is funny. It's just funny. This whole duel is just funny. Like, think about this. He opens no hand traps. He's playing 10. He's playing 3 Flying C, 3 Ash, 3 Go, or I think he might side out the Ash. Like, I usually side out the Ash. I side out at least 1 Ash going second, but... So he's playing a bunch of hand traps, doesn't draw any of them. He's playing a bunch of Zoo, doesn't draw any of them. So basically, Michael here gets to play with himself for free. And Michael has the double Degusto play... or he has the ability to do the double Degusto play, or the Degusto and Tornado Dragon and Dryden play when you have Barrage and Rat, but he doesn't know how to do it. So we had to tell him after the tournament, and me and Momo are just saying that we're roasting him because we're just a bunch of trolls, but we're just roasting. We're like, oh, misplay here, oh, you're not drawing, oh, you don't want to draw too, and stuff like that. We're like, bro, like us here at Goats, Brandon can attest to it. He's been the full throttle of our trolling, but we just all like to mess with each other so hard. Like, it's absolutely insane, but it's fun as fuck. Like, even though I think Momo is probably the best player in the Winnipeg, has a bunch of original tops, whatever. Beat Billy Break, I still call him trash because he's trash and I wreck him. So that's just the way it is. So now we're just trying to tell Michael. I'm like, Michael, come on. For now, we got 2 weeks away. You got to learn the double rank 4 play. Also, Brendan, I played him early. He didn't know the double rank 4 play. Yeah. Like, you have to think about it for a second, but once you think about it, like, it's like really easy to do. So he's trying to figure out where he went wrong and all that jazz, but nah, we don't let you take no backs. But yeah, so now instead of ending with like Tornado or double Degusto, or like Tornado and Degusto, he only ends with Third Blade or whatever, but you already know what it is. And if you can figure it out for yourself, the double rank 4 play, by all means do it. We ain't going to show it before Nats. but it's there. We just want to do well as we can. Anything helps. If you're subscribed to us and you want to maybe get something, maybe like PM me on Facebook or like message in the comments, and I'll show you it. But yeah, so he goes checking out and put Ram underneath his Trident, and now he's going to surprise set 3 because he's a sack like this. Set uno, dos, tres. Oh, watch one of these be anti-spell. JK, I don't even remember. But who cares? If he has a strike and a barrier set, like he's good. And one was like, oh, set 5. And I joked, I was like, we play Zoo game 1 and 2. If it ever goes to game 3, switch out to Paleo in our side deck. But yeah, this game is pretty lit. One was like, oh, watch him misplay and I'll win. I was like, I don't know how you're winning with that hand. And yeah, I keep accidentally hitting the ball or the tripod by accident. We actually used Momo's tripod today, and it was a lot more sturdy. Like the original one we had, like the ball joint is just like gone. The tightening screw is just like weak. Like I don't know how it got so bad so quick. I don't know if it was cheap quality or just because it was in my bag or whatever. But so Michael goes into Tornado Dragon, goes to blind pop 1, and one was like, oh, it's barrier. Again, I don't know why Michael just didn't activate the Gusto effect first, and if Momo would have had to barrier then, and then start doing his plays. But again, I don't know. I am not the one, or maybe he didn't have enough in his graveyard for Degusto. I think that was the reason. But yeah, so I think Mo didn't draw Zoo again, or maybe he did. Oh, he summoned activate Rat Effect, and he's going to get striked. People are like, oh, you should activate Rat Effect, some people say, but like, you're saving extra deck resources, so. Poor Momo. Supposedly play one of the most consistent decks. Never can make, like, he hasn't made a Trident yet in his 3rd game of a match. Think about that. He goes Tornado Dragon, hit Chalice, and I was like, oh, change Chalice to Tornado Dragon. Value? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Michael's like, I don't give a fuck about no Mirror Force. If you have a Mirror Force, that don't matter to me. So now he's going to go activate the Gusto effect. And I think that's game. Because, yeah, both Tornado and Degusto got through. Anyways, guys, Momo lost because he's a garbage, as you can tell. He doesn't even know how to make Trident in a Zoodiac. So he loses this game. But anyways, if you guys like the video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more Locos finals and deck commentaries and all that jazz. Again, we're going to put up more content after Nats. Right now, we're just focused on Nats because, you know, it's priority numero uno. And, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.